record, and then I will share my screen and we can get started. All right, today is December 2nd, 2020. Good morning, second graders. Happy Wednesday. I hope you all are doing well. I've seen so many awesome improvements you have made, and I see you all working so hard. This is one of my favorite things. You are all doing awesome. I know how much you all like to draw, so there are some fun new drawings to try on the December choice chart. Make sure to turn in your November chart if you haven't yet. We have some math to go over today. Let's get started and have a good day. Love, Miss Neal. Charlotte, do you have a question?
So we're drawing again today?
No, on the December choice chart, there's some fun drawings to try. All right, your greeting today is when you say good morning, you can either curtsy or bow. We're gonna be fancy today. Let's start with Dre. Good morning, Dre.
Good morning.
Thank you, Dre. Olive,
Yes.
good morning.
Good morning.
It's kind of glitchy. Edwin, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Edwin. Lakota, good morning.
I had to rename myself because it's Brandy Young. Good morning.
Thank you, Lakota. Anna, good morning.
Cass. Good morning.
Good morning. Madison, good morning.
Good morning.
Olivia G, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Olivia. Colton, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Colton. Jassy, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Jassy. Wesley, good morning.
Wesley just left.
Yeah, he must have just left. Miley, good morning.
Pass.
Thank you, Miley. Elise, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Elise. Charlotte, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Charlotte. Wyatt, good morning.
Pass.
Thank you, Wyatt. Don't see. Olivia K, good morning.
Pass.
Thank you. Matley, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. And Andrew, good morning.
I'm not. Pass.
Oh, keep going, Matley. Sorry. Thank you, Matley. Very nice. All right, I think that's all of our friends here, it looks like. All right, so our activity today is going to be mystery friend. So this time it's going to be a little different. So I'm going to start and I'm going to describe a friend and you have to guess who I am talking about. And then I'm going to pick some other friends to start to describe some people to see if we can guess who you are talking about. So if you would like a turn to describe a friend for us to guess, please raise your hand. And when I call your name, you can put your hands down. Matley and Lakota, you may put your hands down. Charlotte, Miley, and Olive, you may put your hands down. Andrew, Wyatt, Olivia G, you may put your hands down. Edwin, Madison, and Jossie, you may put your hands down. Was there anyone else that wanted to do it? Doesn't look like it. All right, then I will.
I wanted to.
Colton, was that you?
Yeah.
All right, I didn't see your hand, but I got you now. All right, let's see. Actually, I'm just gonna have you guys do it. That'll be more fun. Let's start with Matley. Do you want to describe a friend first?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She likes to use backgrounds. She's wearing headphones, and her name starts with a, and her last name starts with a R.
Olivia G, who do you think she's talking about?
Miley.
Yeah.
She was talking about Miley. Nice job. Miley, would you like to go?
Sure.
Okay.
She's sitting in a chair. She has leopard sleeves. And there's a picture frame behind her.
Who is she talking about? Colton.
What were the clues?
She's sitting in a chair. She has leopard sleeves, I think Miley said, and she has a picture frame behind her.
Olivia G.
Is that right,
Yes.
Miley? Nice job. All right, Olivia G, would you like a turn?
Yeah, sure.
All right, go ahead.
She has, well, she's a girl. She has teal headphones and very long hair.
Ooh, who is she talking about? Andrew, do you have a guess?
Dre. Yes, I didn't know any of you knew she had long hair.
Nice job. Andrew, would you like a turn?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just let me find somebody. He has all you can see is his fan right now. He has purple curtains, and now you can see him. And his ceiling's white.
Who is he talking about? Miley, do you have a guess?
Wesley.
Were you talking about Wesley?
Yeah.
Nice job. All right, let's see who is next. Edwin, would you like a turn?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She's got black hair,
She's sitting in a brown chair and she's got a map of the world behind her.
Who is he talking about? Lakota, do you have a guess?
I do. It is Wesley.
For what?
No,
No, not for what Edwin just described. That was the last one though. You were right with that. Charlotte, what's your guess?
Anna.
Anna. Or were you talking about Anna?
yeah.
Yeah, nice job. All right, would you like a turn?
What?
Would you like a turn?
Yes. Let me find a person quick. She has a purple background. She has brown hair and a couch behind her.
Who is she talking about? Why?
Oh, and her name starts with an M.
Matley.
Yeah.
Nice job. Wyatt, would you like a turn?
Yeah,
Whenever you're ready.
I am.
Whenever you're ready.
I know. I'm still thinking of her friend. She has a cat, and you can't see her very well in her background camera. And she does not have a background.
Who is he talking about? Edwin, did you have a guess?
I couldn't really hear him. Can you say it one more time?
He said that she has a cat. You can't really see her in her screen. And she does not have any type of background right now.
Charlotte?
Were you talking about Charlotte, Wyatt?
Not Charlotte.
Not Charlotte. Olivia G, what's your guess?
Jossie.
Was it Jossie, Wyatt?
Yeah, it was Jossie.
Nice job. Jossie, would you like a turn?
Yes. She has blonde hair. She has brown eyes, and her name starts with a S.
About. Miley, do you have a guess?
You.
Was it me, Jossie?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even guess that. Nice job. Lakota, do you want to turn?
Yes, I would.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. It's a she. It's a she or he. The letter starts with C.
Ooh. Any other clues or is that it?
There's more clues. There has an M. They were in my old class.
Who is he talking about?
And they have an E in in their picture thing.
Who's he talking about? Andy,
Picture
do you have a
thing.
guess? Maybe not. Andrew, did you have a guess at all?
I guess on what Lakota's thing?
Yep.
Is it Wesley?
Yeah. Nope.
Nope. The
I
name
said it started with a C, not a W.
Jossie or Olive, do you have a guess?
Colton.
What did you say, Olive?
Colton.
Is it Colton?
Yes, it is.
Nice job. Olive, it is your turn now.
It's a her. She has black hair. Can I have my turn?
Yep, it's coming up, Colton. Keep
Brown eyes.
She has dark hair, did you say?
I said blue.
Blonde,
Hair.
black hair. And brown eyes, you said?
Yeah.
Any other clues?
It has a map behind her.
Olivia K, what is your guess?
I forgot to put my hand down.
That's okay. Edwin, do you have a guess?
What was the second one?
She has brown eyes.
Black hair, brown eyes, and black hair, brown eyes, and
a map behind her.
it backs.
A map behind her.
Anna.
Was it Anna?
Yeah.
Nice job. Colton, you may go.
Okay, so his name starts with an A.
A what?
He was an A.
An A. Okay.
He was in our school class last year. And he has a curtain behind him and he has black headphones.
Who is he talking about? Lakota, what's your guess?
Is Andrew.
Is it Andrew?
Yeah.
Nice job. And
Of course it is.
I have purple had black.
Oh.
all right, Madison, it is your turn.
I didn't get my turn yet.
Yeah, you did.
When?
Well, I don't know when, but you went. Madison, would you like a turn still?
Yeah, I'm just thinking of a classmate.
Sounds good.
She has blonde hair. She doesn't have ground. And her last name starts with T.
She has blonde hair. She doesn't have a background, and her last name starts with T. Who is she talking about? Miley.
Linnea.
Were you talking about Linnea?
No.
No. Andrew, do you have a guess?
What were the clues again?
She has blonde hair. She doesn't have a background, and her last name starts with T.
What were the clues?
So she has blonde hair. She doesn't have a background, and her last name starts with a T.
Is it Dre?
Is it Dre?
Yeah.
Nice job. All right, we are going to move on to some math practice. All right, so we have a word problem, and we have two parts to our word problem that we need to figure out. So I'm going to read it and then call on a friend. You are welcome to do whichever method you would like to solve it. If you want to do the tens and ones, Matt, or if you just want to write it out, that's fine. So this says Sally is decorating cupcakes with her friend. They iced a total of 72 cupcakes. She used blue icing on 23 cupcakes and red icing on 35. They used orange icing for the rest. How many cupcakes were decorated orange? Let's see what friend would like to help me with this one. I saw Lakota, did you want to help me?
Do what?
This math problem?
No.
No? All right, I'll put your hand down. Miley, would you like to help?
Yes.
All right.
So there's 23 and 35. I stack those two on top of each other. And then 5. 5 plus 3 equals 8. And 3 plus 2 equals 5. So the answer is 58.
And then, so they iced a total of 72 cupcakes. And so 23 were blue and 35 were red. So now we need to figure out how many that are left over were iced orange. So what can we do with this 58 and our 72?
Add it to another equation.
Yeah, so are we gonna add or subtract, do you think?
I don't know.
We're gonna subtract because we need to find how many cupcakes were orange.
So 8 take away 2. That's easy, would be 6.
So we can't do that, right? Because we can't take 8 away from 2, so we're gonna regroup.
6.
So now what is 12
12.
minus 8?
12 minus 8 is 8.
You can start at 8 and count on to 12 too if you need to.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4.
4, nice job. And what is 6 minus 5?
6 minus 5 is 1.
1. Nice
14.
job. Our answer is
14.
14. Nice job, Miley. So just to go over what Miley helped us with, so they had a total of 72 cupcakes. She knew that 23 were iced blue and 35 had red icing. So she added those together first to find out how many were already had icing on them. And then we took our total of 72 cupcakes and we subtracted that answer, our 55 cupcakes that we knew were blue and red, to find out how many were decorated orange. All right, so make sure that we read the whole problem and find out each step that we have to do. Let's go to our next one. All right, our next one says, Tanya's school took a field trip to the zoo. She saw 27 snakes, 19 alligators, and 32 penguins. How many animals did she see in all? So Andrew, would you like to help me with this one?
Yeah, I'm just gonna use the cubes.
Okay.
So circle the 19, circle the 27.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that. So I circled my numbers.
And underline the question. Box the math action words.
Yeah, so we are doing in all. So what does that tell us?
That she's adding.
Yep.
And then eliminate all the extra information.
Yeah, so we know that in all means that I need to add all the animals together because there wasn't any other part in the beginning that told me I'd be doing something different. So what do you want to, should we add our first two numbers?
Yeah, so
You want
20 plus 1, 2 plus 1 is 3, so that would be 30. 39 plus 7 is 47. 47. And then,
9,
46.
yeah, because 9 plus 7 is 16. So I drop 6 and I carry my 1. And 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 1 more is 4.
And then add the 32 and
So I add that answer
is
to my leftover number, which is
78.
And 6 plus 2 is 8, and 4 plus 3 is 70. So my answer is 78. Nice job. All right, my next one is Ada bought 63 ride tickets. She and her friends went on rides all day. They used 47 tickets. The next day, her mom gave her 18 more tickets. How many does Ada have left? So who would like to help me with this one? Edwin. Did you want to help Edwin? I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Alan, can I do the number line?
Sure, let's do our cubes checklist first to see what we're
Okay.
doing.
Okay, so first you have to circle the numbers. Then you have to underline the question. Then box the math action words.
And I'm actually going to box or underline. This is a tip that I kind of want you guys to try and use that Miss Anna and I were talking about today. So we know that she has 63 ride tickets. So that's the total amount of ride tickets that she has, right? In this sentence, it says that they used 47 tickets. So I know that I need to get rid of 47 tickets at some point in my problem. And then I go down to my sentence and it
Change
says that,
on.
sorry, I needed to mute somebody. And then it says that her mom gave her 18 more tickets. So that means that at some point I need to add 18 more tickets to my problem. All right, Edwin, so whenever you're ready.
So, I think now you have to get rid of the extra information.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay,
And then you have to solve
yeah,
the equation. So first you put 63. Then you have to, I think this is subtraction
yep,
first.
right.
So then you have to go back 4 spaces to make it quicker. And then you get 43.
So what's 6 minus 4?
Wait, no, 30. What? It's 23.
Yeah.
And then you have to go back 7. And then you get 16.
Yeah. So that was the first part of my problem. So now
Then
we
you have to do 16 plus 18.
you want to use the number line for this one?
Yeah.
So we know that we have 16. And now what are we going to be doing with the 16?
You have to put it at the front.
Over
Like
here?
the one closest to the Ferris wheel.
Yep. Because what are we doing now? Are we adding or subtracting?
Adding.
Yeah.
So hop 1. Then you get 26. Then you have to hop 8. And then you get 34.
34. So my final answer is 34 tickets she had. Nice job. Thank you, Edwin. So just a reminder to read your problem and then go back and circle everything that's important. So there are going to be important words by each number, most likely, that'll tell you kind of what you're going to be doing for each step. All right, we have one more problem, I believe, just for some practice. All right. It is vacation time. Travis is going on a trip with his family. He packed 16 shirts and 9 pairs of shorts. How many items are in his suitcase? Who would like to help me with this last one? Elise, do you want to help? No. Wyatt, would you like to help?
Yeah.
All right, so let's read our problem first. What should I do with my word problem?
Circle the numbers 16 and 9. Underline the question. Box in the math words.
many.
Eliminate the extra information.
Oh. All right, then what should I do?
Then you have to solve the problem.
Yeah, and what are we gonna
Start with a bigger number, 16. And then 9.
and we're finding how many items are in his suitcase. So are we adding or subtracting?
Adding.
Yeah.
And then you take 4 from the 9 and put it into the 16 to make the 16 20. And then you have 5 left from the 9. So the answer would be 25.
Yep, and so 9 plus 6 is 15. So I put my 5 down and I carried my 1 to my tens, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So my answer is 25. Or another way, I could draw, I'm just gonna do circles. So he has 16 shirts. So that's 10. So there are my 16 shirts, and he packed 9 pairs of shorts.
And then you count them all up once you do all the circles.
Yeah, and then I can count those all up to get my answer too. So that would be another way. All right, nice job. All right, I have a little read aloud for you today. It's another version of Cinderella. It's called Cinderella Penguin. So I want you to think in your head how this story is a little different from the last couple stories that we've read. All right. There once was a young penguin named Cinderella who lived in a faraway land with her stepmother and 2 stepsisters. Cinderella was a kind and gentle penguin, but her sisters were selfish and vain. Cinderella did all the chores. She even had to pick up after her stepsisters, which, while they never had to do a thing. The sisters wore the finest of clothes and slept in large, cozy feather beds with silk sheets and fluffy pillows. Poor Cinderella wore nothing but worn-out tatters and slept in the cold stone cellar up on a small shelf beside some old tin plates. One day, it was announced that the Penguin Prince was giving a costume ball. The stepsisters and their mother received an invitation. Cinderella wanted to go too, but they just laughed at her. The prince would never want to meet a shabby cinder block like you. For weeks, the house was filled with talk of the ball. The sisters had costumes made from the finest fabrics. They ate only the tiniest meals so they could have the tiniest waists, and they were always in front of the mirror posing and practicing their curtsies. Finally, the night of the ball arrived. Cinderella rushed about, ironing her stepsisters' costumes and helping them dress. Then, without a thank you or goodbye, the carriage swept the stepmother and stepsisters off to the ball. Cinderella burst into tears. She felt so alone and unhappy. Suddenly, in a glow of blue light, the great fairy penguin appeared before her. "Why are you crying, Cinderella? Do you want to go to the ball?" she asked. Cinderella blinked back her tears. "Oh yes, more than anything." "Then you shall." "First," said the fairy penguin, "you must fetch me a pumpkin from the garden." Cinderella didn't know how a pumpkin could help her get to the ball, but she quickly brought her the best one she could find. The fairy gave it a firm tap with her wand, and it magically turned into a beautiful golden carriage. Then the great fairy penguin went into the kitchen and found 6 mice carrying a huge chunk of cheese. With a tap of her wand, they turned into a handsome team of 6 horses. She turned the cheese into a fat coachman in uniform. They all marched out the door and took their places as if it were the most natural thing to do. "Now you can go to the ball. Are you happy, Cinderella?" asked the fairy. "Oh, yes," said Cinderella, but then she looked sadly down at her ragged clothes. "Oh, I almost forgot," said the fairy, and with a tap of her wand, Cinderella Penguin's rags became a beautiful gown with gold trimming and a real gold tiara. On her feet were a pair of glass slippers, the prettiest and most delicate that Cinderella had ever seen. Now, one last thing, said the great fairy penguin. The magic spell ends at the stroke of midnight. The carriage will turn back into a pumpkin, the horses back into mice, the coachman into cheese, and you'll again be dressed in rags, so you must leave the ball before midnight. Cinderella promised to remember, then waving goodbye, she stepped into the carriage and rode off, her heart filled with joy. When Cinderella arrived at the palace, the ball was in full swing. She was welcomed with a fanfare of trumpets, and she marveled to see so many fine penguins wearing such magnificent costumes. Her stepmother and stepsisters didn't notice her. They were too busy gobbling down snacks and party sandwiches at the buffet tables. But the Penguin Prince noticed Cinderella at once. Who is she? He asked his courtiers. She is the most beautiful penguin I've ever seen. Cinderella had never met as handsome and charming a penguin as the prince. From the first dance together, he never left her side. They whirled and twirled around the dance floor to the applause of the admiring crowd. Who is the beautiful young penguin who has captured the prince's attention so completely? Everyone whispered. What a handsome couple! How well they danced together, they sighed. Cinderella had never been so happy. She wished the night could last forever. Then suddenly she glanced up at the clock. In all the excitement, she had completely forgotten the fairy's warning. Oh, she cried, it's almost midnight. I have to go. And she ran from the palace in such a hurry that one of her glass flippers fell off and was left lying on the steps. As Cinderella rode away in her carriage, the prince called out, Oh, please don't go. But she was gone. He picked up the glass flipper and said, Who was she? I don't even know her name. The next day it was announced that the prince would marry the penguin whose foot fit the little glass flipper. There was great excitement throughout the land. First, all the princesses tried it on, and then all the penguins of the court, but the flipper was always too small. The royal footmen were commanded to take the flipper from house to house. The stepsisters spent the whole day perfuming and powdering their feet. Cinderella, said the stepmother, your clothes are too ragged to be seen by the royal footmen. Go downstairs and polish the silver until they leave. Oh, please, I would like to try the flipper on too, said Cinderella, knowing it would fit her perfectly. The stepsisters laughed, but then they looked down at Cinderella's webbed feet. For the first time, they noticed how delicate they were. A knock came at the front door. Quick, hide her, said the stepsisters. They grabbed Cinderella, threw her down the cellar steps, and slammed the door. Poor Cinderella, she lay upside down with her foot caught tight in the door, unable to get free. When the footmen came in, the stepsisters pushed and shoved to be the first to try on the flipper. They were so intent on snatching the flipper from each other that it slipped from their grasp, flipped high in the air, and landed squarely on Cinderella's foot. Everyone stared. It was the perfect fit. As the footman opened the door and helped Cinderella up, the great fairy penguin appeared. With a tap of her magic wand, she transformed Cinderella's tattered rags into the magnificent clothes she had worn to the ball. Cinderella was overjoyed. Oh, thank you, Fairy Penguin. I thank you with all my heart. The stepsisters and stepmother's beaks dropped wide open. They stared at Cinderella, spluttering with amazement. Look, oh my, it's her. Oh no, oh dear, we've really put our foot in it. The Penguin Prince and Cinderella Penguin were married the very next day. The wedding bells rang throughout the land. Never before could anyone remember such a joyous and happy wedding. Cinderella and the prince truly loved each other, and they lived happily together ever after. The end. So before we go, I want 2 or 3 things that you thought were similar or different to the ones that you've been reading. Edwin?
They were the Cinderella wasn't a human.
No, she was a penguin in this story.
Oh, and I have one other one.
Okay.
It was a flipper. It wasn't a glass shoe. It was a flipper shoe.
Yeah, she had a flipper for a shoe. Jossie, did you have one?
Yes.
penguins, the darn it. I just noticed. Someone already said the thing that I was gonna say.
Oh, that's okay. Miley, did you have one?
She had a beak instead of a nose.
I have to leave the meeting.
Yeah, she had a beak. All right. So that is all I have for you today, friends. Nice job, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.